What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Vasily Lomachenko. Vasily Lomachenko opens up in a recent interview, and this is what he has to say. He says that it's about being bribed. There was nothing about honest judging. Wow. Okay. After the time to dissect his unanimous decision loss at the hands of Teofimo Lopez, roughly 2 months ago, former three-time division world titleist Vasily Lomachenko is screaming robbery. If we counted strictly by the book, the scorecards would be different, said Lomachenko on his social media page. Lomachenko, of course, being 32 years of age, contested that Lopez, as the decided favorite, was indeed, he was ripped off by the scorecards. Now, Lomachenko said this also. He said, I took 1 round for the first half of the fight and 5 rounds for the second one, namely around 7 and 11 through 11. We've got 6-6, which is a draw. If it's a draw, we use the unspoken rule of boxing. We look for rounds 10 through 12. I won 2 of them. It's 2-1. The number for Lomachenko did, in fact, spike up during the second half of his fight with Lopez. With that being said, the change in his aggression still fell short when compared to his younger opponent. Lopez and Lomachenko, in terms of punches, landed with 130, and he nearly doubled him in the second half with 420 total punches thrown. Lopez seemed to punctuate his performance in the final round as he landed 50 total shots on Lomachenko, a career high for the punches landed on the Ukrainian native. Lomachenko also said they knew that the possibility of a knockout from my side was around 20%. What does it say? It's about being bribed. There was nothing honest about the judges. I want people to understand this something about losing. All right. Let me say this first before, a lot of people might look at this and say, well, what did you say? Look, Lomachenko lost. He lost. Okay. Now, the way he lost, let's say this. Let me put it in another way. Lomachenko he lost the fight. He was beaten by Teofimo Lopez. But what Lomachenko said was absolutely right. Because if you go by the book, those scorecards were off. You can debate him losing. You can say this is excuse or whatever. The bribery part, that's debatable. Why is it debatable? Dude, do you understand, ever since we've got in this pandemic, these scorecards have been off in the bubble? I mean, you think about it. I mean, look at Rolly Romero and Jay Martinez, off. I mean, I can name several fights where you thought you seen it one way and it was a totally different way that it was scored. This is no exception. Those scorecards did not reflect the fight. They did not. Did Lomachenko lose, though? Hell yeah, he lost. He lost because he took too much time to start. If you don't fight a guy, you don't win. Were there any knockdowns? No. So there was nothing that was defining. Teofimo Lopez did his job. He did what he's supposed to do. Was he just absolutely dominant? No, he was not. You know what I mean? I would love to see a rematch at this point, because the way it was said in the narrative was that the promises were that Teofimo was going to knock out Vasily Lomachenko. You know what I mean? And look, it's the thing about hearing something enough, you start to believe it, because I thought, man, as soon as Teofimo throws and counters and shoots and catches Lomachenko with one of those uppercuts, Lomachenko ass is out of here. That's what I was thinking. Why? Because I heard it. I did the interviews with Teofimo Lopez. Okay, I've heard that. My son's gonna knock him out, bro. I heard that in my mind. So while I'm thinking, while I'm watching the fight, I heard that. I heard his father in my ear. Right? But that didn't happen. And in fact, it was a competitive fight. It was. Now, were all the judges bribed? Probably not. Right? But you can't say that these scorecards from these judges were legit. You can't say that. We know the right man won, but to what expense? Okay, it looks like it's creating a narrative and an agenda. And what's the agenda? That Teofimo Lopez easily beat Lomachenko. Now, a lot of people might want to believe that, but no. You look at Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez was in a fight, bro. They were in a fight because Lomachenko did start it, putting it to Teofimo. Come on. Now, did people think he was going to get outboxed? Yes. So the counter that people thought he was going to knock him out with brute strength, no, that didn't happen. But Lomachenko's skills wasn't just overly so much better than Teofimo's. No, absolutely not. Like I said, it was a competitive fight. So since it was a competitive fight, it should have been some competitive damn scorecards. That's my counterpunch on it. Now, as far as Lomachenko saying, hey, this was a bribe. This is, they were, he has every right to believe that because of how the scorecards were. They shouldn't have been that jacked up. See, if you stop fucking over people, people will stop calling you out. Counterpunch. That's it. But did Lomachenko lose? Yes, he did. He didn't win enough rounds. Okay, he didn't win enough rounds. He didn't do enough in that fight. He should have done that because what's the chances of him getting a rematch now? You know what I'm saying? And the more excuses come up, the more the other side is reluctant to give you that opportunity because they think you're not as appreciative of the competitiveness of the other fighter. You see what I'm saying? Look at Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, for example. That's probably that's one of the reasons that fight got so messy in there in mediation right now because Deontay Wilder is chirping off. Okay, now Lomachenko's doing the same thing. Well, if Teofimo Lopez, but before this even came about, Teofimo's saying, why should I give him another opportunity? So, that might not be the total reason. But at the end of the day, Lomachenko should be upset about these scorecards because they were off. But anyway, that's my counterpunch on this. You guys tell me what you think about Lomachenko's statements. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.